Hey guys, this is the Punisher Max 17 here, and right now I'm going to be talking about one of my next projects I'm going to do, and this will probably be like a work in progress video or something. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it yet, so it'll be either work in progress or it'll be just a before and after sort of thing. But this is the mobile Cgue from the Gundam Seed Astrays line. And just to start off, I'd like to say I absolutely love this kit. I got it about 3 years ago, and just everything about this thing I think is great. I love the design of it. I love the accessories you get. You get a pretty cool looking sword, a nice like Gatling gun shield here. I just think everything about it is great. It's good posability, articulation and stuff. I think the way they did the wings on it was pretty cool. So, just first off, it's a really, really nice kit, and it's cheap, 1/44 scale high grade, so yeah, I'd urge anybody to buy the kit in the first place. But what I'm going to be doing with it is an airbrush project. Now, I haven't 100% decided which way I'm going to go with it yet, but I have an idea about a cool color scheme I'm thinking about doing, and that's what I'm making this for. Just so I can do another little work in progress video. Now, like I said, I really love the kit, and I wasn't 100% sure about changing it, because I really like the way it is. I mean, it's just basically panel lined and stuff, but otherwise out of the box build, and I really like it that way. But I ordered some stuff off HobbyLink Japan, and it's having some problems getting here, and it's probably going to be another 2-3 weeks. So I figured I'll just go with this and do something here, because, like I said, I have an idea for it. Now, what I'm probably going to be doing with this is I should be removing seam lines, doing a custom paint scheme with the airbrush. I will be shading it with the airbrush as well, in addition to the custom paint scheme. And basically, that's the main things I want to try and get done with this kit, because this will be my first real seam line removal kit. I'm just starting to do that, so that'll be one of the big things I'm trying on this. So here is the kit before I do anything: front, side, other side, and the back. So now I will get to work on this. Alright, and here we are with the finished product of this. Now, I decided not to go with any of the work in progress videos because in the process of doing this, I actually wasn't sure if it was going to turn out too well. And like I said before, this is my first time doing any of the seam line removal and stuff like that, so I figured I would do it myself and make sure it worked before actually doing like a little tutorial work in progress thing for you guys. So I'll do that on my next project or one of my future projects or something. But actually, I think this turned out really well. I'm really happy with the color of this thing. Here's the whole thing. You see the feet and stuff too there. But I'm really happy with it. The color turned out real well, I think. As you know, I went with a custom color scheme. Basically, I did a lot of pre-shading on this. I did went over it with green, and then I did a very light greenish yellow. And actually, I did different pre-shading on this one than I did on my GNX from before, because on my previous one, I went over the entire part with the first color, with a base color, and then highlighted it. But on this one, I just went around panel lines, and then like some edges or creases, corners, kind of things, you know what I'm talking about, with the darker color, and left like the larger open areas there, you know, any of these areas just empty, where it was just the white primer I had on. And then I went over those areas with the lighter color and just blended after that. And I'd seen this before, but I really got the idea from it from a tutorial that I watched last week from a YouTube guy named VFin, and that's how he did it, and it looked really nice. So I figured I'd give that a shot. Maybe it'd be a little bit easier than the way I'd been doing, and I think it was. I think it turned out better, too. And if you guys want to watch that tutorial or any of the other tutorials he's done, they've been really, really helpful and good. They're under the favorites on my page, so you guys should check those out. But yeah, this turned out real well. I also did pre-shading on the white, which didn't go as well as I thought it would. I used, you can see it a little bit on the shield. You can see it a little bit better on the wings. But I used like a sky gray first, and then went over it with just regular white. And to be honest, I thought this gray at first would be too dark, and it would stand out, but it actually turned out being not too bad, and maybe if anything a little light, because like this the white part on the head as well as the chest and feet and stuff, you can't even really notice the pre-shading at all. But it's okay, I'm learning from it. And then I did post-shading on the black and gray parts, which really you're probably not going to be able to tell from the video here. But I'll post some better quality pictures as a little slideshow at the end of this video, and you might be able to tell a little bit better off of that. But what I did with those is I went over it with the lighter color to begin with, and then I just highlighted the corners and stuff and panel lines with black. Because that's something else I learned in the tutorials, and it was a problem that I had with previous kits, is that apparently with pre-shading darker colors and blacks it doesn't work as well. You really need to do post-shading on that, and that explains why it didn't really work on my GNXA laws, and it did work better on this. So yeah, I think this really turned out to be one of the better kits I've ever done, from a technical aspect at least. I mean, I know it's just a small little kit, but really it's got shading, seam line removal, and all that, and that's more than I've done for just about any of the other kits I've done. This took me about 3 days to build, I think, build and paint and everything, which is a decent amount of time for me, I guess. With most of my kits, I spend a day or two on them, aside from my Wing Zero Custom and my heavy arms. Obviously those were about 3 weeks apiece, but this one took 3 or 4 days to build. Another thing about this that I did with the airbrushing is I sealed all the parts with Pledge Future, and basically I airbrushed them, let them dry, and then hand brushed Future over them, gave it 2 very thin coats. Not to make it glossy or anything, it makes it a tiny bit glossy, but I think it's a good kind of glossy, to be honest. But yeah, it was just 2 very thin coats, enough to seal the paint and stuff and make sure that it doesn't get scratched too easily and stuff, so that was good. Here's a picture of the back of it. You can see like the back armor and stuff, the wings. Now the kit isn't without a few problems. Like for one thing that I didn't think of when I was painting, the inside of these little back parts of the hand, I didn't think to paint those, so the interior of that is still the red that the plastic was, and if you have the hand out like this, you can kind of see in there a little bit, but it's really not too big of a deal. Just little minor details like that are the only things that I didn't do that maybe I could have. Also, a little close-up in the video of seam line removal. You can see on the arms, there's no seam line, top of the shoulders. I also did it on the legs, but it's a little harder to tell because there's the armor itself has a natural point to it right there. I guess you can see it a little bit better on the back of the legs armor, but my camera's a little blurry for that, but you'll be able to see it a lot better in the photos at the end of the slideshow. So overall, really loved this. One of my more favorite kits I've ever done probably, and I can't wait to move on to another project and do something else like this and get even better at stuff. So really looking forward to that. So I'll leave you with the photo slideshow of this, and I'll see you guys next time.